Welcome to this in-depth exploration titled, The Human Cost of the Energy Transition. As we shift from fossil fuels towards renewable sources of energy, our planet stands to benefit, yet many humans are bearing the cost of this transition. This video will examine the multifaceted implications, from the struggles of fading coal towns to retraining challenges, economic inequalities and displacements of indigenous communities. We'll also delve into unforeseen impacts such as health implications, environmental disruptions, and emerging geopolitical tensions. Lastly, let's not forget the profound cultural changes this shift is triggering within various regions around the globe. So, let's delve in to understand the human cost of our transition to sustainable energy. 1. Fading coal towns. For many communities, especially those in coal mining regions, the energy transition signals the loss of livelihoods. Generations of families have worked in these mines, relying on them for their daily bread. Imagine waking up one day to discover that your skills are no longer needed, not because you've done something wrong, but because the world has moved on. These towns often grapple with unemployment and economic stagnation, mirroring the ghost towns of the Wild West when the gold rush ended. The sense of identity and pride tied to coal mining is hard to replace, much like trying to replace a vintage car with a modern electric vehicle. Each has its own charm and significance. 2. Retraining challenges. Many argue that the solution lies in retraining workers to adapt to new industries. But easier said than done. A miner who's spent 30 years underground might find it daunting to sit behind a desk learning new skills. It's similar to asking a seasoned chef to suddenly start programming. It's a world apart. The process requires time, resources, and a willingness that not everyone possesses. Moreover, the availability of quality retraining programs and the matching of these new skills to job demands remains a significant hurdle. 3. The rural divide. The energy transition has inadvertently widened the gap between urban and rural areas. While cities see an influx of new, green jobs and technologies, rural communities often get left behind. It's like attending a grand party where only a select few are invited. Renewable projects, like wind farms, may end up using vast expanses of rural land, often to the dismay of local residents who feel marginalized. They may not see direct benefits, yet they're often grappling with the impact on their landscape and way of life. 4. Displacement of indigenous communities. The race for renewable resources is encroaching on indigenous territories. Wind and solar farms demand space, and often this land is sacred or essential for indigenous peoples' cultural survival. Imagine someone deciding your backyard is perfect for their new project, without asking if you agree. The irony is stark. In the quest for sustainable futures, the ancestral lands of indigenous communities might be sacrificed. Their voices, traditions, and rights need to be acknowledged and respected in this transition. 5. Health implications. One might think that a switch to renewable sources would immediately result in better health outcomes, but the reality is more complex. The construction and maintenance of these installations come with their own set of health challenges. For instance, the manufacturing of solar panels involves toxic chemicals, posing risks to workers. It's reminiscent of swapping an old problem for a new one. The true cost is often unseen, manifesting in unseen and unreported illnesses that aren't evident until much later. 6. Economic inequality. Though hoped to democratize energy access, renewables might unintentionally widen the gap between the rich and the poor. The installation of solar panels or electric vehicle charging stations requires upfront investment, which isn't always affordable for everyone. It's like a two-tier system where only those with means can participate in future-saving energy solutions, leaving others behind. This disparity can perpetuate existing divides, making it a luxury rather than a universal right. 7. New geopolitical tensions. The global shift to green energy sources also shifts geopolitical power. Countries rich in minerals needed for renewable technologies, like lithium and cobalt, gain newfound influence. It's a reshuffling of the world order, akin to the oil booms of the 20th century, but with a green twist. This can lead to new alliances, conflicts, and dependencies, impacting the people living in these resource-rich regions who may face exploitation and instability. 8. Environmental disruptions. Ironically, some renewable projects can lead to significant environmental disruptions. Dams for hydroelectric power might block fish migration, disrupt water sources, and displace entire ecosystems. It echoes the age-old adage of robbing Peter to pay Paul. The energy transition needs to factor in not just the immediate benefits but also the long-term environmental and social impacts, ensuring that solutions aren't short-sighted. 9. Changing regional cultures. As the energy sector evolves, so do regional cultures and traditions. The culture surrounding coal mining towns, for instance, is deeply embedded in their societal fabric. Shifting to renewable energy can alter age-old practices, celebrations, and stories. It's similar to how technological progress changes language or art forms over generations. The transformation of these cultural elements is subtle yet profound, impacting community cohesion and shared experiences. Engaging with these human costs is essential for a balanced and fair energy transition. Without acknowledging these challenges, the journey to a greener planet might be more turbulent and painful than anticipated.